Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're taking a look at Transformers Legacy Evolution. This is Comic Universe Tarn. So you will notice some differences in the Evolution packaging. One being the top, and you have the QR code and some language information there. And also the plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. So there is no longer any plastic on the packaging. But other than that, pretty standard fare for the packaging. There you see Tarn inside the box. You have your logos down the right side. Transformers Legacy Evolution. He is a Voyager class figure. Now on the side, you do have a picture of Tarn. Very nice piece of artwork there in his robot mode, a close-up of his head. On the bottom, you have your product information. On the side, you see the very cool picture of the Evolution artwork. Again, a little blurb about the plastic-free packaging, Authentics logo, but very nice. I love this piece of artwork. As always, you see some Junkions, Insecticons. What I'm most excited about is the recently announced Nemesis, Titan class Nemesis. Oh my god, I don't know how they're going to pull that off, but it's going to be amazing, no doubt. So anyways, on the back, you do see our product images. You see Tarn there in his robot mode, 27 steps to his awesome looking tank mode, and the Evo Fusion gimmick is a combination of his guns to make a very long rifle. And that is about it for the packaging. Transformers more than meets the eye. Comic Universe Tarn. Without further ado, let's take a look at this guy, see what he's all about. Okay, so you have Comic Universe Tarn out of the box, and before we get into his details, take a quick look at the accessories he comes with. He does come with 3 accessories, one being the sort of connector piece here, which is done in a sort of gunmetal gray plastic with a lighter gray plastic on the bottom. Now this piece can swivel kind of back and forth to allow you some different modes for both tank and robot mode, and it does have a peg on the back, a peg on the bottom, 2 5mm ports on either side, and those will house the guns, which I will show you right now. Now these guns are really cool looking. I love how the you got some sort of pink, sort of hot pink plastic, and it's covered in this kind of matte finish gray, and just the detail and really nice. I love how these look. There is one, and this one is the other. I thought they were the same gun at first, but on further inspection, they are very different. So this one is for sort of a more square look, and again, you get that hot pink plastic peeking through there, the nice gray, and some very nice detail on these blasters. So very, very cool. Now the Evo Fusion gimmick is basically you can just kind of combine those together and make one long rifle. It doesn't really matter. I think the instructions show you this way, but you can easily just, whatever way you want. You can flip it around and put it that way as long as these posts are, down so he can hold them in robot mode. And let's just show that off right now. So basically he can hold it like this. So if you want to do the Evo Fusion gimmick, you can basically have him hold this long rifle like that. So very, very cool. So there he is, blasting away at the Autobots. Very, very cool. That's wow, that is a huge gun. So, but very, very cool. So anyways, that is one thing you can do. Now the other thing you can do with these with this sort of combiner piece here is you want to take these apart, and then you have this piece here, and you can just plug these in on either side here and make another weapon like that. And he can hold this in his hand like so. He can have it as a blaster like that. Very cool. Or you can take it off, and there's a port on the side of his arm, so you can have it plugged in on the side of his arm like that, if you like that look. I like that look, actually. That's very cool. Or you can take this off, and then on the back there is also, straighten his head there, on the back there's also a port right here. And basically what you can do is take these off, and then you sort of turn this thing around like that. I'll turn that around like that, and then you can plug these in so they are perpendicular like so, like that, and then kind of straighten those out, and then that port will plug in right in the back like so. Now these little antennas sort of get in the way, so you want to just kind of move those out of the way, and basically that will plug in like that. And then he can have some shoulder cannons, which are very cool, and just kind of put those antenna back. So that's another look that you can do, the over the shoulder cannons. So very, very cool. So there's a lot of versatility with the weapons and guns and the Evo Fusion gimmick. So very, very cool. So let's actually just pause right now, and we're gonna get into Tarn's details. All right, let's get into the details of this Comic Universe Tarn. So first and foremost, let's take a look at that head sculpt. And what a head sculpt this is. It's just basically the Decepticon logo in head form, but very, very cool. I do see a little bit of maybe a little bit of a paint mishap there on the top there, but not a big deal. Going around the head, just some awesome detail. The profile even is just so so evil looking. It's just, I love it. It's so cool. So you get some really nice sculpted detail on the face. And speaking of sculpted detail, this guy is just laden with sculpted detail. This is just one amazing figure. So going down the chest area, you just got tons of things going on here. You get some nice silver paint here. You get some silver around the sort of pink plastic peeking through there. You can actually see on the back, you can kind of see through that pink plastic there. Just some amazing molded detail. Again, some nice silver highlights there. I love the gold Decepticon logo. Very, very cool. And just all throughout the chest there, very, very nice. Now going down on the waist piece, again, just molded detail all over the place on this guy. And on the arms too as well. You get some nice pieces on the forearms there. And you get the tank treads on the shoulders there. But all in all, just wow. I'm really impressed. Now, going down the legs, you have some really nice gold paint for the knees. You get some some silver paint on the shins there, on the kneecaps. Going down there, you get a little bit of molded detail here, not so much. And the feet are very, very detailed. You get some nice gold paint again, and some very nice gold paint for the toes there. Silver paint for the toes. And I just love this little molded in sort of blasters on the side of his feet there. So it's just like, you know, there's just like Easter eggs all over this place, all over this guy. Just like the more you look at it, the more you find kind of. So very, very cool. That is how he looks. And then from the back here, you know, he's actually pretty solid. And it's very nice to see. No hollow parts. There's no hollow parts whatsoever. He's very solid. You know, a little bit at the feet right here, but that is purely for transformation. But a very nice looking figure, front and back. So very, very cool. So that is about what he looks like in his details. Very nice. So let's get into his articulation. So Tarn being a Voyager class, we do have incredible amounts of articulation. So very, very nice articulated figure here. So take a look at that articulation. So his head is on a ball joint. So you get some side to side, you get some up and down, and you get the full 360 there. Now, I think would have put this figure just, you know, over the top is some light piping. I'm kind of a little bit disappointed that you know, because you do see that nice clear, you know, kind of hot pink purple plastic there. I think it would have been so cool if we had some light piping to make those eyes glow. As it is now, you can't really, the eyes kind of get lost in there. But anyways, that's just a minor gripe. So anyways, articulated head, ball joint. His shoulders are on a hinge joint here. They can do the full 360. He does have a bicep swivel there, 360 there, about 90 degree, a little over 90 degree at the elbow. And he does have a wrist swivel. And also being a Voyager class, he does have the articulated fingers, which is very, very cool. I really like the way those look. I love how pointy they are. It almost looks like a claw there. So very, very nice. Nice to see articulated hands and wrists. So that is about it for the upper torso. He does have a 360 at the waist, although it does get hindered by this back piece a little. So not sure. Yeah, it's not quite 360, so it does get hindered there. I thought it could go all the way around, but it does get hindered by that back piece, which is a little unfortunate, but I think you get, you know, pretty much a nice range there. Anyways, now getting his arms out of the way, he does have some really nice leg articulation. He can do almost the full splits there, but his kick is very high. He can kick that far back, and he can kick really high. He's got the high kicks there, and he got some thigh rotation there at the upper thigh, and he does have, let's see, where's his knee? Turn it back. Okay, he does have a very deep knee bend there, which is very, very nice. And he does have some toe articulation because of transformation, but it can go up and down, back and forth like that. And he does have a little bit of a ankle rocker joint, not a whole lot, not very deep, but it is there. So very, very nice articulation for this guy. And he feels pretty good. I feel like these are a little bit loose here, and his shoulder, it feels pretty good. I think his arms at the elbow feel a little bit loose. But other than that, he feels pretty solid. So anyways, an awesome looking figure. So let's get this guy transformed, see what his alt mode looks like. All right, here we have Comic Universe Tarn all transformed into his awesome looking tank mode. So let's take a quick look at his details here. Now, a lot of this we kind of saw in robot mode. You can kind of see where things move around and fit in and everything. You know, you can see his knees sticking out the back there and stuff like that. But for the most part, a very cool looking tank mode. You do see some nice detail here on the tank treads. You get some nice silver paint there, and tons of 5mm ports if you want to arm him up. The only thing is you do have his fist kind of sticking out there. It would have been nice if they added a piece just to cover those up. It's a little bit unsightly. I think that's my only complaint in alt mode is the exposed fist syndrome there. But other than that, again, the detail of that sort of hot pink plastic peeking through is just very, very nice. Now the tank, the turret can turn around like that. It is basically just on a peg. It's just on a 5mm port there, so it's very easy to turn around. And these guys are actually tabbed in, but you can kind of untab them if you want. They're on just very small tabs right there, so you can kind of untab them and have them facing outward like that, or back even, kind of to the side, fighting off the Autobots from the sides there, or you can just kind of peg them back in. So that's some nice playability there with the turret and also these little missile, whatever you want to call them, kind of laser blasters in the front there. And you do see the front of the tank mode looking very cool, which was his chest in robot mode, but all in all, a very, very impressive looking tank mode. Now, what I was saying about the 5mm ports, you can basically take anything. You know, I'm going to take Sunbeam and Zigzag here and just kind of, let's see, let's put them on the back here. Just for some added flair here. Let's plug in Needle Nose's Target Masters here on the side. So yeah, you can have him armed up. You can take some even more blasters and put them on the side here. Also, you know, blast effect compatible as well. So you can take your blast effects here. Let's see what I have handy. And a couple of these orange guys here. So these guns are also blast effect compatible, like most things are. So very, very cool. And you can kind of, that does fit in there, but you can just move the guns separately, so you can kind of have them angled up like that. So yeah, very, very cool. Like tons of playability with this figure. I see so many opportunities and chances to just, you know, really have fun with this figure. So anyways, yeah, very, very cool. So anyways, I'm gonna do a quick comparison here. Let's kind of get him back into his normal mode here. Let's see, Zigzag and Sunbeam. We'll see you later. Get them off. And I have Titans Return Quake here for a comparison. Kind of a different comparison today. So sort of an old deluxe class with a new Voyager class. So that is a comparison there. I thought they kind of bared similarities in a kind of weird way. So anyways, just thought I'd compare those two. Let's just take them and put them side by side like that. Of course, Tarn is bigger, but there's just a quick comparison in their tank mode. So very, very cool. Loving this guy, love this guy. Anyways, let's pause and give you my final thoughts. All right, so some final thoughts as Tarn spins around on the old turntable here. This guy is absolutely incredible. I have really no beef with this figure at all. I think it's amazing. Articulation's great, paintwork is great, sculpt work phenomenal. So much playability. You got all the ports for different weapons to add on to. His alt mode is great. The only thing, you know, like I mentioned, is his, you know, kind of exposed fist in his tank mode, but really not a big deal at all. Super minor gripe there, but yeah, for the most part, this is one superb figure. Highly recommended, 10 out of 10. So anyways, this has been the video review for Transformers Evolution Comic Universe Tarn. This has been Matt in Japan. Thanks for watching. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day, guys.